What's happening, guys? This is James Blonde. This time we'll be taking a look at Dragons and Titans, a free-to-play browser-based, or Facebook-based rather, battle arena style game, MOBA, if you will, published by Zynga, which just goes to show that everybody and their dog is trying to make this type of game. So I figured I'd hop in and play a couple matches and let you guys know what this game is all about. Alright, so when you first start off, the game throws you directly into a tutorial showing you how the game elements work, and it's pretty much set up just like any other standard game of this type with towers, lanes, and minions. But the first thing you'll notice is since the game is based around dragons, you're always flying. So this sort of changes up the controls of the game, a little bit different than what you're used to. You still use Q, W, E, and R for your skills, but you use your right click as you hold it down to move around. And this is kind of awkward at first, especially since you just hold it down and start moving forward, and then to move backwards you press the space bar. You know, I've played a couple of matches and I still haven't got that quite down. It does seem like this movement style takes a little bit away from the accurate movements that you may be used to playing other games like League of Legends or Dota 2, but everything else about the controls are very simple. Left click or Q is your auto attack, W, E, and R cast your spells, and the nice thing is that when you level up you can use 1 through 5 as hotkeys to fast level up that said skill. The creeps operate the same way as other games, but the towers are these things called obelisks, and they're protected by 2 elemental turrets on either side that you have to destroy before you can actually destroy the obelisk itself, which doesn't actually shoot back at you like normal towers do. Destroying the obelisk weakens the shield of the Titan cage. Now, the Titan cage is holding your Titan, and that's actually the objective of the game, is to free your Titan from the enemy. So they've got a Titan cage, your Titan's in it, you gotta free that guy. The same thing goes for the next tier of defense closer to the base, which is located down the middle lane, and it's called the Shrine. It too is protected by 2 elemental turrets that also have to be destroyed in order to destroy it. But it also has a barrier that slows enemies who pass through it, which is located right in front of it. It keeps, you know, enemies from just kind of getting through there and going straight to the next obelisk or whatever it may be that they're trying to get. Each team has 4 obelisks, 2 shrines, and a Titan cage. The more obelisks you take out, the easier it is to break through the Titan cage shield, but each team has to destroy the shrines in order to begin to attack the Titan cage. One thing that's pretty cool is that they have these chains here that are floating that you see here leading to the shrines and the obelisks. The shrines are the red chains, the obelisks are the yellow chains. And when any of those get destroyed, the chains fall. And coming from your Titan cage that direction, it makes it easy to see, along with your mini-map of course, which objects still need defending and which are already missing. The gold in the game is dropped by creeps and fallen enemies just like normal. But when the gold is returned to the hordes, it gets converted into XP, which in turn helps you level up. You can, however, level up by killing minions and other players, of course, but one idea behind this game is to actually speed up the match time. So average games are supposed to take about 10 to 20 minutes, so you can see things in the game that help that along. Like, for example, the level cap is 15, and it only takes about 7 minutes to get there, maybe even faster depending on how much gold you farm or enemies you kill. And each team has 3 hordes to return to for health and mana regen and gold converting. They're sort of staggered around the map and they don't really take much time to get to. Most of them are just like right around the corner. Also, when you kill an enemy, it drops health potions, and that's pretty handy for keeping you in the fight a bit longer if you use them right. And a lot of times you just see random gold and health floating around everywhere, and you can just pick it up at will. Not to mention you've got special skills you can choose, and the starting out ones are heal, and the other one is teleport to a horde, which, like I said earlier, doesn't take that long to get to in the first place. Plus, they don't have a jungle, but they do have team buff pickups that appear around the map. You can just go around and pick those up. There's also a super minion called a Chaos Titan that can be summoned by each team, and it's like a big ball with a huge eye and tentacles and a party hat. I'm not really sure why it looks like that, but it's very tanky and it pushes your middle lane, taking out your defenses pretty quick if you don't have the rest of your team to take care of it, you know, fast as possible. But from what I've seen, it doesn't take long to kill if you've got your entire team trying to kill it, but it does make a good distraction for the opposing team to go around and take down obelisks. And so with that, needless to say, the game has some pretty cool elements to it. Now, before starting out a match, players choose between a dragon and a weapon. Now, this is a cool part of the game as well, because the dragons provide your Q and W skill, whereas your weapon you choose provides your E and R skills. So you can really mix and match quite a few different combinations accordingly. There are 23 different dragons available right now, and 7 that change on free rotation. The same goes for the weapons as well. They do have different styles of dragons based on your preference on playstyle, and some are based around attack, the others are based around defense and support or healing, and so on. But all of the dragons do look pretty cool. I've got to give them that. Now, the cash shop in the game is set up so that way you pay in-game currency or real cash for dragons, weapons, skins, avatars, and war marks, which can be used to get crystal bonuses, crystals being the free-to-play in-game currency. The game does have runes that you can collect from playing, or you can purchase them with in-game currency, and they are randomized. If you're looking to pay real money to pick up a dragon, it looks like it's going to cost you about $6 to $8 and about $4 max to pick up a new weapon. Otherwise, you can grind it out by playing matches and using your war marks to bonus your crystals. You can also get crystals for achievements, but at this point, it's a little bit hard to tell how long it takes to grind out a new dragon. So that does bring me to another cool aspect of the game, is once you rank up a bit, you can start using these runes and masteries. You can socket runes to your avatar to increase stats, and you can also combine runes to make different runes or better runes. Unfortunately, if you don't open up your wallet, you have to wait a day for them to combine. The same sort of thing goes for forging weapons. Also, as you start leveling up, you can unlock more special skills to use, and the coolest aspect of the game is that it's got so many various combinations that players can work with. Now, one drawback to the game is that it's always pressuring you to buy something, or spend money to advance, or make things quicker, and that can get kind of annoying because it's not like it stops after you start buying things. When you go to start a match, you can either play single player against bots, multiplayer co-op against bots, which I wouldn't really suggest because you can just smash your face into the keyboard to win, or you can play ranked PvP, which is actually sort of fun. Except for the fact that there's no penalty for players who disconnect when they feel like it, which happened every match I played, and when they do that, they get replaced by a bot, and from there, I can't really decide if it's better to have them as a bot, or if they just sit there AFK. I can say, oddly enough, the community seems to be pretty relaxed. I never really did see anybody raging in chat, so that's kind of nice. I can say that the fun parts of the game are when you're trying to outrun an enemy and they can't quite catch you, or the other way around and you catch them. But one thing I wish they would add is, and it would make it a lot more exciting, is an announcer saying things like triple kill, mega kill, this is ridiculous, stuff like that, you know. That's always satisfying, but, you know, at the same time, there's a lot of kills in this game, so the announcer would probably never shut up, so they should at least show it or something. But anyway, guys, that's about it for my first look at Dragons and Titans. The game is alright to check out. Now, I wouldn't say take any time away from playing the other MOBAs that you might be playing right now, but to get a quick fix, it's somewhat entertaining with a twist. The game is ready for everyone right now, and no keys necessary, so you can get in right now and play it in your browser. Other than that, guys, if you're looking for more information about the game, head over to the MMOHut game profile that I've got linked in the description below. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. That's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.